Welcome back, America.
And I'm Greg.
This is Unofficial Tourism Board. Welcome back to the channel. We are at Homolovi State Park in Arizona this morning, which is just outside of Winslow, Arizona. They have some ancestral Puebloan ruins here from um, from the Hopi, who then moved to the Hopi Mesas. So, a really interesting segment of history. And right now, we're right outside the visitor center, and they have a reconstruction of a dwelling that they were practicing on to see how some of the damage that they saw had been done. And they did some intentional burning here, which I just think is really interesting that like archaeologists are also to some extent like, uh, detectives, which is kind of fun. So we're going to be seeing some more of the ruins here in a little bit.
Right. So this is the test building. They built it using traditional methods, and then they experimented to see if you could accidentally set it on fire,
Yeah, and you can't.
and you can't. That cooking fires were not able to do it. You basically had to deliberately hold a torch to the wooden roof to set it on fire. So the belief there is that the fires that they found evidence of in the actual ruins were deliberately set and not accidental. Which is kind of a cool thing for scientists to try to figure out. Yeah, there is a sign explaining a lot of this, but time and the elements, wind and the sun here, have not been kind to it. So it's a little difficult to read. We're gonna go check out some more ruins. We're here at Homolovi 2
Two.
at part of Homolovi State Park, Arizona. So this is a site of a 1,200 room
1,200 rooms. Is that huge?
ruins. And they estimated about 2,000 plus people lived here. So this is some of the ruins here. These are living quarters here. And then we have some storage areas over here. The archaeologists believe that they had stone linings on the floors of the living quarters, and the storage areas were not stone lined. So I guess how they tell the difference. And it's kind of neat right here is you can see this room right here in the back right has a sealed doorway. And before we go on to the rest of the ruins, though, so we're going to take a look around this area. One of the things I love about these desert environments is just how far you can see.
Yeah.
You can see the town of Winslow off there in the distance. And it is windy out here. You can really see an amazing far distance from here. Let's get some other shots up here. Continuation of the ruins right here. As you can see, these ruins are really just scattered and almost destroyed in appearance. And it's believed that this is because of illegal digging by treasure seekers and pot hunters. It's people looking for the Hopi Indian pots and pot shards. So don't be like Lord Carnarvon and do any illegal treasure seeking. We're going to leave these areas for the archaeologists and other people. You can just see how badly these ruins are just destroyed. The stones are just thrown everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, you compare to the previous rooms.
Yeah. It makes it really hard for archaeologists to figure out what what they were originally used for, and just don't do that. Don't be a jerk.
This area right here is believed to be the oldest section of the Pueblo. I believe the rooms may be as high as 3 stories. It's also a location for kivas, which are ceremonial structures. In the Hopi oral tradition, the kiva is the most important area in this part.
much smaller kiva yesterday at Petrified Forest National Park. This is huge.
It's 17 feet by 13 feet and 6 feet deep. Quite large. Oh, we're looking at a different kiva. This kiva is. I thought those numbers were off.
You did. You were like, give me the look.
Yeah. So this one is actually 19, almost 20 feet by 32 feet, and over 6.5 feet deep.
It makes sense because the settlement here was so much larger than the one we saw yesterday at Petrified Forest. So it makes sense that this would be the colonial structures as well.
Looks like I can edit out most of this wind noise. Okay, so you can see up there ahead, these are the San Francisco Peaks, which are the highest mountains in Arizona, at over 12,000 feet high. The Hopi called them a word I'm not going to attempt to pronounce. So off in here we can see is the little Colorado. You can see, trust me, it's there. It says even when dry, water can be found just a few feet below the sand. That explains that. So these floodplains were where they primarily planted their crops. I love how far you can see.
The bases over there, like you can see so far.
Almost lost my hat.
This wind is sucking every drop of moisture from my body. Oh, yep.
There
This
it
wind
went.
is sucking every drop of moisture from my body.
So we got one more spot to go visit over here. Again, off in the distance, we can see the mesas. These are called the Tutukui, or the Hopi Buttes. They're sacred places in the Hopi religion.
And then all of this through here was the East Plaza of the settlement.
It's crazy to believe that 2,000 people lived. We're here at Homolovi 1. It's considered one of the older settlements here at Homolovi State Park. It's good. It's Arizona. Kind of repeating ourselves again. Okay, we're here at Homolovi 1, one of the oldest settlements here at Homolovi State Park. The route to this is not a paved road, unlike Homolovi 2 that we just saw earlier. So this is approximately the same size, it's only slightly smaller. It's 1,100 rooms compared to 1,200 rooms. So pretty close to the same size. Interestingly enough, when the Mormons settled what was called Sunset City near here, is they used a lot of the stones from Homolovi 1 to build that settlement.
Makes sense.
I mean, the stones are right there.
Yeah, already cut.
You know, I mean, yeah, seems easy enough. You know, but I mean, to be fair, it's not like they really knew how old the settlement was. So, still. How far did they say this trail was? we got to, it's through the gate, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we're starting to see some of the ruins right here. So you can see over here to our left a lot of vegetation compared to right here. That would indicate that there's a source of water over there. And one of the signs earlier was saying that even though the water is not like, on the surface, that you only have to dig down a few feet to get water.
You can see, right. You can see on the hill the outline of a room.
Yep. So yeah, you can definitely see all the stones. So here's another great one right here. So the sign said that this was the least vandalized of the locations here. So I'm guessing they were able to excavate a lot of artifacts from here. There's another room right here. It's kind of interesting how small every individual room is. I guess Americans were used to much larger houses with much larger rooms. And yeah, this would be an entire family unit, which doesn't look even big enough to sleep 4 people. It's like the size of a king-size bed. Definitely some great examples of their stone construction here. I think the pottery shards here. Then we were instructed not to touch or remove the pottery shards, so we are not.
Obviously, yeah.
But even look at these from right here, as you can see the patterns on them. Which is really neat. Okay, so we can definitely see the Colorado River right here. It's maybe hard for the camera to pick up, but you can definitely see that there is some water there. There's some more pottery shards. Kind of nice that people, if they pick them up off the ground, that they've placed them here.
Yeah, that's like a bone.
Yeah, they placed them right here for people to see.
Yeah.
There's some more. I think it's really cool that you can see some of the patterns on them. You know, this piece right here,
Yeah.
you can definitely see like a black stripe on it.
It's just, it's amazing that 1,000 years on, you can still see, like, you can still see the clear construction, and you can still see the outlines of homes. Like, 1,000 years from now, there's going to be nothing left of our house.
That's true. Well, the concrete basement might still be there. As for the record, though, we really nailed the time. This is late April, and it is a great time to visit Arizona, apparently. So you do not want to be here in July, I think. Although the wind's died down a little bit from our previous location.